Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Israel. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online, and welcome once again to the adventures of the Stabby Elf. When we last saw our rather heavily armed and beweaponed friend, he was just finishing up a coven of vampires with the locals in Western Skyrim. Now it seems that one of the Ravenwatch vampires, they're the friendly ones, mostly friendly, unless they get thirsty, then it can get pretty ugly pretty quickly, wants to chat. They've asked us to go and meet Gwendis to the southeast of Davon's Watch. That may change depending on which faction you're with. I am, of course, with the one true and proper Nord ruler of Skyrim, and all the rest of Tamriel, but that's a side matter. However, let's see what Gwendis has to say. And yes, she is in fact a vampire. Surprise.
What? Saving Skyrim wasn't enough for you? Had to sign on for even more heroics?
Yep.
It's good to see you. I could use your help. You know better than anyone what we're dealing with. We need to figure out exactly what the Grey Host is up to.
I think she's a vampire, looking at the eyes. And yeah, of course I'm going to sign on for more heroics. How else do I get to stay in gold and loot and bloodshed? The Night Mother is not exactly a one-and-done deal.
You know the Raven Watch deals with threats all the time. Trouble is, there's never been a threat consisting of a reborn army of vampires and werewolves from the First Era. So yes, I could use some help. We need to know what they're planning.
Have you tried asking politely?
We know that one of the original ruling members of the Grey Host is rebuilding their army, gathering vampires and werewolves to their banner. And we know they're experimenting with life energy. So, what do you say? Ready for another adventure?
That depends. How much are you paying me and how many people do I get to... I suppose kill is as good a word as any. They're not strictly speaking undead. Look, it's a bit of a vague question in the Elder Scrolls mythos when it comes to vampires and werewolves.
Everything I learned up to now points in the same direction. Bankerai Garrison. There's a scholar named Lorette Deal there who may be able to tell us more about the Grey Host and how they were defeated. Cart's over there when you're ready to go.
Okay. You aren't the only one investigating this. I mean, we're not completely on our own if this goes sideways.
For the moment. There are an awful lot of evil conspiracies afoot in Tamriel, and not nearly enough Ravenwatch members to investigate them all. But this isn't a one-person job, which is why we recruited help.
The Inquisition, let's begin. The Inquisition, watch out, sin. Yes.
No idea. They're spread out. Adusa, for example, mentioned something about necromancers raising bone giants and elsewhere, but she probably wanted to refill her moon sugar stores. Fenorian can be anywhere. He does tend to sneak around.
Yeah, he does that. Largely because when he doesn't sneak around, he tends to get caught and horribly tortured. I mean, the guy probably learnt the value of crouching in the Elder Scrolls.
My research has uncovered pieces, but I hope the scholars at the Bankerai Garrison can put the puzzle together. Members of the Grey Host experimented with life energy, and at least one of their leaders survived their defeat in the ancient past.
Yeah, we know. I had a reasonably good go at stabbing him, but it didn't quite work out. Did I nick any of them? No? Oh, pity. Fine, to the Bankerai Garrison then. I said to the Bankerai Garrison, not off into a cliff fence. There we go.
Well, this isn't at all what I expected. What happened here?
I'm guessing the Grey Host happened. Hi, would you be Lorette Diel?
Nice camp.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you here for a tour? I'm afraid they've all been suspended until this mess with the Imperial Army is resolved. If I could offer a suggestion, turn around and head for the safety of Evermore's walls.
Actually, we're here to ask you about the Grey Host, Lorette. I'm sorry, Scholar Lorette Diel.
As you can plainly see, now is not a good time. My fellow scholars and I fled when Septima Tharn and her Daedra-worshipping zealots attacked. We barely got out before the first impacts from their ballistae shook the walls.
Wait, didn't we clear that up about half a dozen live streams and several months ago?
You did? Why didn't any of the knights report this? No one tells scholars anything.
Funny that.
That's true, and I see no reason you'd offer such an audacious lie. And thank you. Septima Tharn is mad.
Yep.
If we stayed, she would have fed us to her Daedra.
If she was in a good mood, yes. If she wasn't, hey, she might have been peckish herself. Now, about the Grey Host.
I'm sorry. Concern for my colleagues and the Pyre Watch warrior who accompanied them has my thoughts in a jumble. Come to think of it, the Pyre Watch are experts on the Grey Host. Find my friends, and I'm sure the warrior will answer your questions.
Let me guess. Pyre Watch is to vampires as Dragon Guard is to, well, dragons?
They're guardians sworn to watch over a Grey Host burial site located here in Bankarai.
Uh-huh.
One of their warriors was here recruiting when the garrison came under attack. She went.
Yep, we'll go find them.
Fled in the direction of Evermore with the Pyre Watch warrior, while Jannard headed toward Kerbel's Hollow. Please be careful. The wilderness can be treacherous between here and there.
Okay, so 2 locations to clear. Evermore and Kerbel's Hollow. Any snippets you can give me at all, Scholar? Deal?
Even if my mind wasn't clouded with worry, I'm an expert on the Second Era.
Fine, thank you. Shut up. Right. So, talk to Gwendis first and foremost. Look, you heard everything. Are we splitting up?
This scholar's research doesn't go back to the First Era, and the other scholars fled? That puts a wrinkle in our plans, all right.
Yep.
This Pyre Watch warrior is a promising lead, though. Let's go find her and the other scholars.
Okay, they went in 2 different directions, and there are 2 of us. I know they say never split the party. How stupid do you want to be today?
I heard. Let's split up and go after them. All
Why
take
did I
Kerbel's
ask?
Hollow. You head toward Evermore. Here, I'll mark it on your map.
Ah, thank you. Okay, Pyre Watch.
Yeah, my brother Fenorian told me about one he encountered. They're the guardians of an ancient mass grave where the remains of the Grey Host are said to be interred. Probably knows more than the scholars. Find them and meet me back here.
And given that he's a warrior, his whole direction of knowledge is probably focused on the stabby and the burny, which is going to be kind of useful.
Find the scholars, but try not to get eaten by anything.
That would be bad. Fine, so to Scholar Indus. Let's go. I have a map. Why am I running?
What do John and Jod send us now?
You there. Come.
Oh, well, that was easy enough. I was expecting to find you in the middle of a camp of bloodthirsty barbarians I was going to have to shank repeatedly. This is suspiciously easy.
You don't look like a refugee. Are you a soldier from the garrison? What news of the Imperial attack?
They're all dead. DL sent me to find you. You can go home.
Oh, that's wonderful news. Cogleen and I intended to head straight for Evermore. The cursed Imperials caught up with us. They would have captured us if not for that Pyre Watch warrior. Have you seen her? Is she alive?
I was about to ask you the same question. Apparently you were heading for Evermore?
She was, but
Oh.
we ran into Imperials. The Pyre Watch warrior distracted the soldiers and ordered me to flee. Then she took Cogleen and headed west. Please, find them. I worry for their safety.
Okay, that's fine. You get back to Scholar Deal. I
go
will
to
head
Scholar
west.
Deal's camp now. We are most fortunate you came to our aid.
But, hey, I could always pump you for a bit of information. I doubt you can tell me much, but...
Other than the fact that they were defeated here centuries ago,
Huh.
not much, I'm afraid. I can tell you Empress Hestra's legions came to the aid of Bankarai garrison. That's why High Rock became part of the Alessian Empire for a time.
And totally not because, you know, large numbers of Imperial legions in the turf, and it was do it quietly or do it loudly, but you're joining the Empire either way. You know anything else?
Alas, you seek facts and figures that I don't have.
Nope.
I will return to Scholar Deal's camp. May Tall Papa guide your steps.
That would be welcome. Right, Scholar Cogleen. Definitely not Scholar Cogline. Absolutely not Scholar Cogline. How could you suggest such a thing? Right, straight through the not creepy graveyard. Okay, let's be discreet about this. Let's be very discreet about this. Tippy tippy toes, tippy toes, tippy 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 toes. Fenori and I both discovered the virtues of being able to sneak around. And slip over stuff. And slip around stuff. Yes, I'm aware I could probably have smashed my way through it for XP, but you know what? This is neater, cleaner, more surgical. And I still keep forgetting because I have that horse at my beck and call. Whee! Okay.
Over here.
Coggy, hi!
You're the first thing I've seen that isn't an undead monstrosity. Oh, lovely. Are you with the garrison? Please, tell me you're here to rescue me.
Nah. Not really, actually. I'm here to pump you for information about the Grey Host and find out what happened to this Pyre Watch warrior that everyone seems so, taken with.
Oh, thanks, Stendar. I thought I could make it to Evermore, but I tired myself out. When I tried to pass through the old graveyard, I ran into unspeakable horrors.
Half a dozen skeletons.
I'll head back now. Oh, say, did you find that Pyre Watch warrior?
Nope, and I'm starting to think that he or possibly she is in fact very, very dead.
When the Imperials came after us, she managed to distract them and ordered me to run to the graveyard. I think she headed for the Crypt of the Exiles. Oh, I hope she found shelter within. We owe her our lives. Please, will you go check on her?
So, army of Daedra hopped Imperials, one warrior, and she headed for a place called a Crypt. Well, I suppose the funeral could be held nearby.
I'll find Scholar Deal's camp straight away.
Yes.
Scholar Deal's camp. Be safe.
You should be saying that to everybody I'm going to meet. I tend to happen to other people. And undead. And frankly, everything else as well. I got too used to not having a horse in the early days of this game. Right. Here we are, the Crypt of the Exiles. Let's see what's in here. Oh, it's a delve. Okay, how bad could this be? Why am I asking that question? I already know the answer, and it's going to involve stabbing! And also, you know, stealing everything. Who leaves an empty backpack lying around? What a bunch of taunts. Alright, you don't get me that way, matey. And we poison, then we go to blades. Parry that. Oh wait, no, it's red too. Red counters in gold parries, doesn't it? Alright, slippy. Okay, 2 zombies that way. Let's check our map. Oh, hello. Looks like the Imperials got just a touch hammered here, like Commander Varain. Oh, hiking Americans in front of Shard of Sentinel. Seems to recommend he's... Ah, right. Okay, recover the memory stone and deliver it. And then hopefully get paid. That would be nice. So, we are heading through here, take a right and keep going. Seems simple enough. Obviously, loot the place dry as I go. I mean, why wouldn't I? Ooh, hang on, what are you? An Exiles notes. The memory stone, that's what they say. The rest of the story. We are, in fact, from all over. Is the oldest. We've driven up with slander. Oops. Mediocre poet. But he made the wrong joke at the wrong time. Yeah, that is ever a problem. Whether it gets you a libel action or a knife is, yeah. Send was exiled. Okay, so they... Ooh. Right, let's not disturb that bunch. So basically this was an asylum holding area, I think. And then basically it all went horribly wrong and now we have the rest of us dead. I dare say we'll find the rest of this story as we work our way through. Obviously, stealing everything along the way, particularly the stuff I can dismantle for materials. And food. Food's always good. Yes, I'm aware that I fluffed that attack. Ow. Right. Parry, parry, counter that, and, well, there would be a heavy attack, but he's dead. I'll get you Ulbazar. Okay, what is this? Ulbazar thinks he can put his phone. They haven't cancer on this memory stone. Oh, right. Cannibal? I'm thinking cannibal. So the locals locked him up in here and basically decided to solve the problem by waiting. Unfortunately, now you have a restless dead problem because it's not like that ever backfired on anyone before. This, kiddies, is why you do your paperwork. And don't leave it for a future generation to clear up. Very unhappy undeads, it turns out. Alright, let's put you all down as we go. Eat the snipe, drop a slow on them, and then just shoot them a few more times. Hey, 1 point of fight skill rep. It's better than now. Bounce up. Dip past. Tuck in behind. And now I have friends. Wonderful. Okay, strong arm down. Drop my self buffs this time. Parry him. Counter with a heavy. And shank. That leads on to number 3. Smashy, smashy, parry, and heavy to finish. Yay, loot. I'm sure everyone who plays this...
You godless mongrel.
And hello to you too.
My apologies, Wayfarer. The shadows make it difficult to discern friend from foe. You do not look like my enemy. Perhaps Tuwaka has not forsaken me after all.
Or perhaps he's
What are
playing
you
a
doing in
large
this
joke
wretched
at your expense, and I am in fact your enemy here to slaughter you and drink your blood. You don't happen to be with the Pyre Watch, do you? Yes, good, wonderful.
It gladdens my heart to hear that Scholar Deal is safe. But what of the other scholars? Did my efforts to lead the Imperials away allow them to get away?
You got one of them to a refugee camp and left the other one outside a haunted graveyard. They're safe, don't worry, but let's not quibble the details.
That is truly fortunate. As for me, I escaped the Imperials only to find myself surrounded by ancient undead. Let us speak outside. I will follow your lead. May Onsi guide your blade.
The thought occurs that if you're with the Pyre Watch, being surrounded by ancient undead is pretty much par for the course. But hey.
Lead on, Wayfarer.
Oh, believe me, I intend to. Alright, so that looks like... boss fight? Doesn't look like where we need to be anyway, so let's go get the memory stone and then we'll head for the exit. And hey, if we get to find out a bit more of what happened here, then it's a bonus. Alright, what have we got? Salamas's epitaph. Who can recount the deaths of Yeah, so basically the locals decided to solve their refugee problem in a rather low-effort manner. Alright then. Power up the snipe. Deal with that. Drop poison on 1, drop poison on 2, head to snipe there. And stab to finish. Roll past. Yes, I'm being fancy. And he's down. Happily, their currency is still good. Right, and Ulbazar's sepulchre is nowhere near here. Oh no, we have the memory stone. Excellent. Is there anything else we can nick? Soul gem, always useful to have. Books, 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 books. And back. And other than that, I think we are done. So let's take the clear route back. It'll be less fuss. We've got what we came for, and frankly, I can always come back and clear the rest of this place out later. Okay, maybe it wasn't that clear. Yeah. There you are. Dead. That would have helped you were, but hey, that's to be expected, I suppose. Tippy-toes, 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 tippy-tippy. Well, so much for the whole shank and stab option. You. Got one. Barrel straight in. Dead. Rats, seriously? Well, you can't blame them for being optimistic. You can definitely punish them for being dumb, but that's another matter entirely. Right, slip through and... shank. And jobbed. So, exit should be just off to the right here.
The exit. Let us see the sky once more.
Be like that, then. Hooray! We're out.
I came to Bankurai Garrison seeking recruits for the Pyre Watch. Hunding help us, I did not expect those villains to arrive and send innocent people fleeing for shelter. I am grateful you saved the scholars. Now what can I do for you in return?
Cough up information. Grey Host, First Era, recently returned.
The Grey Host was a terrible army of vampires, werewolves, and other monsters that pillaged the land. Only the combined might of the Bankurai Garrison and the Alessian Empire finally defeated them. That story, unfortunately, is mired in legend.
Terrific. So, what do the legends say?
The true story may be as enthralling as the legends, but we only have bits and pieces of it. Magic was involved, almost certainly. But whether it was divine in nature or Alessian sorcery, we have never been able to determine.
Wonderful. So basically, you were watching a big pile of ashes and didn't have the slightest clue what to do if it twitched. Terrific.
I can delve into the records of my order when I return to our sanctum, but understand that the Watch is concerned with keeping the past buried, not exposing it. I can tell you that there are indications that one of the hosts survived the slaughter.
Oh yeah, he did. We've met. It wasn't fun.
A Dureni noble. That gives some credence to the historical record. An incomplete parchment mentioned Viridian Watch, but we never saw the significance. It also said that only the worthy could enter the sanctuary. We never determined what that meant.
Vampires. Almost certainly going to need a vampire. Or possibly just a usual string of tortuous and semi-lethal puzzles. Alright, I need to go talk to Gwendis. You don't need to know about her. Meanwhile, you should get that scholar deal.
I do not know the nature of your mission, Wayfarer, and I still have my own to uphold. But if you seek answers about the Grey Host, then may Mara bless your search.
You're not picky about your gods, are you?
I know precious little. I never visited the site myself. Though incomplete, the historical record indicates the survivor hid in a concealed space that they were guided to. Perhaps that has something to do with the idea of being worthy.
Perhaps. Keep talking.
There wasn't much. Just that the worthy would be guided to safety. Perhaps that is the key. If you can determine what worthy means to a vile vampire.
Blood.
Any place associated with the Grey Host cannot be trusted. Evil does not fade. So be on your guard.
And it looks like we're off to Viridian Watch. Once we've had a quick chat with Gwendis. So, Gwenny, where are you? Hopefully somewhere nearby. Not that nearby. When?
I will go check on the scholars at Deal's camp. Thank you again, Wayfarer.
You're welcome.
There you
Okay, one fast dash back to the Bankai garrison, and there's Gwendis. I see you made it back in one piece as well.
Good, you're back. I found Jannard and I see you've managed to return with the rest. Show off.
You know me.
Now that we settled that matter, what did the Pyre Watch warrior tell you about the Grey Host?
They know next to nothing, but we need to go check out Viridian Watch.
I was afraid of that. So much about the First Era has been lost. I wonder if the Pyre Watch knows anything about the other details we learned. About the survivor and their connection to a Dreni noble.
Yep, like I said, we're going to Viridian Watch.
That matches what we already uncovered, and confirms the Dreni connection. Did you find out anything else I should know?
Yeah, apparently only the worthy may pass, so we'll find out more when we get there, I suppose.
A riddle, damn it. There's always a riddle.
Yep.
I say we go to Viridian Watch and figure this out on our own. I'll mark the location on your map. Now let's go before Scholar Deal tries to regale me with more tales of the Knights of St. Palin.
Truly a fate worse than death. I'll meet you at Viridian Watch. Where is Viridian Watch, anyway? Oh, right. It's right the way out there. Ye gods. Well, talk about the middle of nowhere.
I'll meet you at Viridian Watch.
So you said. Ride, horsey, ride! In the end, it turned out to be quicker to take a swim. Although, down by the beach, I did find Dwemer Inquiries Volume 2, so yay for the Mages Guild, as well as a Thieves' Trove. So if you'll excuse me a second, we'll just permanently borrow some lockpicks. Now then, Viridian Watch, here we are. Well, I suppose the Cry of Raven's an appropriate introduction to the place. Okay, what are we looking for? Any suggestions, Gwendis?
Move slow, and keep an eye out for anything that might point to the Grey Host or their elusive survivor.
Works for me. Well,
there's a sigil, right there. Don't you see it?
No?
It makes so much sense. The riddle. Only those worthy can find the way to safety. Only vampires and werewolves can see these sigils. That explains why no one ever found anything.
Makes sense. Except I'm not a vampire and I'm not a werewolf, and I hope you're not planning to bite me.
That's because you aren't a vampire or a werewolf. Hold on, I've got just the thing. Here, a blood pendant. It lets me share some of my vampiric essence so you can see the sigils too.
Ah!
It's perfectly safe. At least, Fenorian said it was harmless.
Well, Fenorian's generally right about these things. I'll warn you if I start feeling a little bit thirsty.
We follow the sigils, of course.
Huzzah.
The Grey Host survivor must have used these as a guide, and they were made for that specific purpose. Now, let's see...
Okay, yeah, that's... that's kind of hard to miss. Right, follow the giant red and
Keep going west.
not ominous at all sigils. Hello, wolves. Excuse me. I think you guys need to die. Yep, you need to die. Stabby, stabby, wolf. heavy parry, counter him. Nope, need to do that. Stab, roll clear. Hi there. We're here to stab you. Well, we weren't really here to stab you. You just happened to be in our way and you weren't in the mood to talk, so,
South
yeah.
here. Not that we have a choice.
No, we don't. Also, can I point out there's a sky shard here, and the local bandits appear to have moved in. Do you think that they know they're sitting on a large quantity of blood-sucking vampire sanctuary? I somehow doubt it, but yay! Shiny skills. Not sure I'm going to spend them on, but I'll think of something, I'm sure.
East. Down that tunnel.
Not that we get much of a choice. Dippy-toes. Oh, hey guys, don't mind us. And this looks promising.
Let's go south. Up those steps.
Oh, wait a second. Remember, always get the one in the dress. Get the archer. And then the meathead with the stabby stuff. If you can get him to stand still for a while. Chuck a potion, there we go. Parry that, heavy to take him off balance. And strike to finish.
East
Oh,
here.
hi.
And down again.
Shh. He's just there. And now he isn't. Oh, and we have friends. Well, so much for subtlety.
Another one. Northeast around this corner.
Okay, yeah, I can see them. Thank you. Right, stab, poison, shank. Cunard the Generous. Well, turns out he was quite generous with the loot. Huzzah! And we have accidentally finished the Viridian
Keep
Watch.
going straight. I think we're close.
Yeah, I think we are as well, largely because this is the end of the delve and this must be the sanctuary.
This must be it. Now how to go about opening it.
Well, read the journal first of all. Okay, for assuming it's the one etc.
Let's check
etc.
inside.
What? Oh. Okay, so there wasn't a clue cunningly hidden in the journal then, it was literally just a magic portal in the wall. Hey, what can I say? Some things you miss. Alright, so what have we got besides a rather decrepit bit of architecture?
Even thousands of years later, I smell faint traces of blood, sweat, and fear. A Grey Host survivor definitely hid out here. Let's have a look around.
You know, that might just be that I need to get some fresh aftershave. Ooh, letter of welcome. To the all-powerful and illustrious Lord Rada al-Saran, etc., etc. Damned stark recklessness, then who broke the deal with my life should be the downfall of a great order. If you read this, etc., etc., you must survive. I hope you don't have trouble. Healing pulses, bandages, and bound prisoners when you need feed. Know that you need to hear you. I took this refuge in a few days. I am ever your Lord's son. Oh, right. She, decided to help out in exchange for the usual. Namely, immortality is a blood-drinking abomination.
Rada al-Saran was a
No
survivor.
offence.
That figures. And Lady Thorn helped him. Or should I say, Lady Ingrin?
Details. Right, what else have we got? A ritual
Looks like we had
chalice.
quite the setup down here.
Yeah, medicine, food, still fresh as well. I mean, that's generous of her. Everything a vampire lord fleeing a battle gone sideways needs to survive. What's in here? An odd
Wait,
signet.
what's that? Let me see it.
Oh ho.
I recognize this signet, but that doesn't make any sense.
Let me guess, our old friends in the Raven Watch might have had some divided loyalties?
I don't know. No, this can't be. But it is, isn't it? Damn it. I don't like where this is going.
Come on, talkie.
I've seen this signet before, or one just like it. My mentor, Count Verandis, had one.
Oops.
Why would he have something connected to the Grey Host? That doesn't make any sense.
He's an ex-member of the Grey Host. We can see this coming.
You're right, of course. There must be something we're missing. We need answers, and there's only one place to find them. Ravenwatch Castle in Rivenspire. Let's go. I'll explain more when we get there. I need time to think.
Yeah. Also, time to work out how we're going to shank your mentor. That could get ugly. But hey, we'll fast travel and save some time. So, Gwendis, where are you at? Hopefully inside. Hopefully inside? Gwen? Gwen? Gwen. Hi, why are we round by the stables in the back?
Good, you made it. So, I've had some time to think. I know this may seem a little unorthodox, but I want to go into the castle through the secret passage.
You don't trust Verandis any more than I do you?
Yes, but we just learned that Count Verandis may have been involved with the Grey Host thousands of years ago and never told us. That disturbs me, and that never happens. I want to investigate this quietly before I involve the rest of the family.
And we're sneaking in the back just in case Verandis isn't as gone as you thought he was. I mean, he's a vampire. You think they're dead, staked, burned, and ash, or just out of town for a few weeks, but one drop of blood and guess who's back?
Other members of the house might be around. If they see us, they'll ask questions. I don't want to sully Verandis' memory with whatever this is. Not until we know for sure. I want to figure this out before we involve anyone else.
On the other hand, does it really matter, given that, heroic sacrifice and all that?
I don't want it to matter, but it does. Why would he keep this from me? I need to see what's in the castle cellar. That's where he stored his private possessions. We followed his wishes and never disturbed the place. Until now. Come on, let's go.
Alright, let's go burgle your own home. Because that makes perfect sense. Also, manure. If we ever have to get the other thing, I suppose, super strength vampires, a few kilos of manure won't make a big difference.
Down we go.
Hold your breath.
Watch out for vermin. We don't fumigate down here as often as we should.
I can't imagine why that is. When you say you don't fumigate, your arachnid problem has really gotten out of hand. Okay, lead with shank, stab, dodge the webs. Clear again, heavy attack, and gone. And we're back to sneaking. Ask the baby spider. Do. Why was he snacking on a skeleton? Ye gods. They must be really desperate for fresh meat down here. On the bright side, that was only a couple of spiders, and we have the other end of the passageway. Yay! That wasn't too bad. Okay, Gwen. Where do we need to be?
I'm fairly certain I can get it unlocked.
Okay. I mean, if you want me to do it, I am a reasonably skilled individual when it comes to getting to places I don't need to be.
Hurry now. Inside.
Okay. Right then, so...
Find the signet. It must be in one of these crates or boxes.
Okay. Well, we'll check the armoire first then.
Another secret door? I didn't know that was here. It has the same mark as the signet. Maybe.
I swear that was just luck.
Opened. Let's see what's inside.
How about... let's not discover what horrible secret was being hidden over here. Oh,
You
papers,
fought the agents of
papers,
Mehrunes
papers.
Dagon and won. The savior of Firsthold.
That's not what the subtitles say. But thank you.
I can't believe Verandis kept a secret study. I have to know the truth about him and the Grey Host. But at the same time, I don't really want to. Could you check the desk, please? I can't quite bring myself to do it.
Alright, so you get squeamish about rifling through his private papers. Okay, the locked room, etc., etc. Okay. Check the rest of the bookshelves. So the Lion Guard wants you. Apparently, Verandis wasn't interested in joining up. Light armor basics. Precepts of Stendar. I'm fairly certain the precepts of Stendar include don't go rummaging through your mentor's private papers, but hey! I can't exactly call myself a devout worshipper of Stendar either. Guide fishing Tamriel. And to my dear friend, this won't be ominous at all. Brandis, I know that you'll see time, etc. World. Grey Council was supposed to be your seat. He was, wow, it wasn't just with the Grey Host, he was on the Grey Council. Even exile for feels your loss. Visit her Grey home. I have no doubt you would exile Singalis. Wow. Okay, so Verandis was on the Grey Council and he was working with old nutcase Doctor himself. Right then.
What does it say?
Yeah, you may need to reappraise your mentor just a little.
That letter. Please tell me it's just an old to-do list or something, and not actually proof that the man I trusted with my life was involved with the Grey Host.
Okay, it's just an old to-do list or something, and not actually proof that the man you trusted with your undeath was involved with the Grey Host. Also, I am a lousy liar. He was, in fact, a member of the Grey Host, and he was on their council as well.
What? Verandis, how could you? I don't want to believe it, and yet here it is, right before my very eyes.
Yep.
Why didn't he ever tell me? I thought I knew everything there was to know about him.
Possibly...
No, there has to be more. What else does the letter say?
Well, we have a map and a castle to explore.
It's possible that castle no longer exists, but I want to go. I refuse to believe Verandis was part of the Grey Host. There has to be more to this. Some piece of the puzzle that makes sense of everything. Are you still with me?
Oh yeah, mostly because I haven't been paid yet, but denial, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just a river in Egypt.
Thank you. The cart's still waiting outside. We'll take it to the docks and travel by boat from there as we follow this map. Go on ahead. I want to take one more look around. Make sure we didn't miss anything.
Oh, trust me, you're welcome to, but believe me, you won't find anything. I have had a reasonable career scouring places for loot, and I'm pretty sure we got everything.
Go wait for me by the cart.
Okay, be like that. Hi, anyone here to catch me? No, good. The Argonian mating ritual, I don't think I need to know. Spirit of None, all the regular books really, and not much else worth stealing. Hey everyone! Don't mind the fact that I'm coming up from the cellar where nobody is meant to ever to go. I totally didn't... Oh good, you're all out. Perfect. I suppose that's a good part of the Ravenwatch vampires essentially being the self-appointed vampiric inquisition. Let's face it, they basically make sure that nobody is ever home. Okay, Gwen, how bad is it?
I think I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Delaying the inevitable won't help anyone, and it won't get me the answers I need. Come on, let's go see what's on this secret island.
Okay, aside from a castle full of vampires and werewolves, what do you think we'll find?
Answers, I hope. Look, I have to do this. I'm going to see this journey through, no matter what truth waits at the end. Let's just go. The sooner we get this over with, the better. First, however, take this. You earned it.
Yay! Pocket change.
That letter we found. I can't believe Verandis was part of something as evil as the Grey Host. I guess we need to go to the secret island, and the castle if it still exists. I won't rest until I learn the truth. The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth. But then again, you're a vampire, so you probably know about that already.
We follow the map. We'll take the cart to Shornhelm's coast, hire a ship, and sail to the spot indicated on the back of the letter. Fingers crossed, we'll be there faster than you can say gore apple pie.
Gore apple pie. We're not there. You lose the bet.
Look around, and hopefully find nothing. Determine this was just all a big misunderstanding. That Verandis was never a member of the Grey Host. If not, then I suppose I want to find undeniable proof that my mentor was a monster. So, can we go now?
Yeah. I mean, we can have a very good day or a very bad one. Depends largely on your point of view.
This still doesn't feel entirely real. I can't believe we found a letter tying Verandis to the Grey Host. From Rada al-Saran of all people. At least there's a map. Let's find this damned island and finish this. The cart's waiting.
Absolutely.